Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening,
Oh,
good evening.
hello.
Oh, and good evening. Hopefully, people can hear us. Hopefully, people can.
Hopefully
Sounds
this is
like
all
we can.
working
I
out
did
well.
test it. It's all good.
Yes. Well, welcome everybody to Sit, Talk and Hobby live stream episode 139. And both of us are here today.
We are.
Oh my goodness.
It's almost like it was. No, it was planned last time as well. Just didn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much planned most times, but
Yeah,
things
yeah, yeah.
sometimes
We
happen.
do try to have this slot like available.
Yeah. And yeah, work it in once a week to have that time together. But yes, we're both here. Huzzah! So those who are new to the stream or watching this back, basically we sit here, we do some hobby, and probably have a drink of some form. I am on Pepsi Max tonight. Tom's on water. So no alcohol is being drunk. And we encourage you to do exactly the same. So basically, yeah, we're just gonna do some hobby, talk hobby, and life in general. So Tom, what are you doing tonight?
I am continuing the quest for Terminators.
The Terminator
Yeah.
quest.
I'm on edge highlighting step number 4 out of
Nice.
10.
Oh, definitely not envious of
No,
that task.
I know. It's all right. I've got to do it though because it's the theme now. I've locked myself in, Dom. That's the problem. When you lock yourself into a theme, that's it. You've got to commit. Otherwise, your army looks a bit weird.
Yeah, absolutely. That's also part of why I'm doing such a large blob of models on one hit. I think bit of coherency, kind of going through all the way through and seeing what I've got. Because yeah, I looked earlier and just now I've got 30 Legionnaires there
Just
to
the
be
30.
painting. Just 30, yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment,
So,
there is obviously a lot more coming,
I
but
know.
yeah, it's a lot. What's everyone on the chat working on tonight?
Yeah. Give us
Also,
some
I am doing some doing chosen at the moment.
lectures on.
Little song.
I mean, you are doing Legionnaires, so French models. Oh, we didn't hear that. That's good. He didn't hear
Hello,
that.
sorry.
I said, yeah. I mean, you are
What
doing.
didn't I hear?
You know, Le Chosen. I mean, French Legionnaires. You're doing them, right?
Yes, yeah. I am doing French Legionnaires because I thought I'd have had enough of doing like normal 40k. I might as well mix it up and do something else.
Let's go straight back a few historical periods and
Yep.
go straight into the French Legionnaires. That's it. Done.
Yeah, I thought I'd do enough red. It'd be quite nice to do some blue. So
So Friendly Open Quiz is doing a Venom Crawler tonight. Oh, they are nice Venom Crawler. And Jack is Cities of Sigmar making a start on the Bannerman for the competition. Excelente. Good to see, because obviously that's actually, is that next week? No, week after next. Week after next. That's right, because we've got to go camping first.
yes,
Got to bring,
yes, we have.
You bring an army,
Yeah, bring an army. I was thinking earlier. I got a perfect box for a kill team to take. Need to encourage the others to get involved.
What box would that be, Dom?
That is so when we went to Warhammer Fest and we got the box where it gives all the goodies.
Oh yes.
I've still got that, and I got a perfect bit of foam that fits in there, just enough for a kill team.
Ah.
It's a tiny, lovely little carry case.
You just need a kill team now.
I think I can work a kill team out.
No, I don't think you can. I think
somewhere
you
I've
have to do
got
a dedicated
team.
one. I think you're copping out if you don't do one from scratch.
Oh, no.
So sorry, yeah, not legal.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's it.
Okay, well, you know, in that case, don't worry, Tom. I have not got a kill team. I'll just not bother. It's fine.
It's all very awkward
cool.
now.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You know, don't worry. It's cool. Go over here, listen.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I could knock a couple of kill teams together quite easily. I reckon as well. I mean, yeah, it's not like we're short on models, so.
No, we've actually got quite a high model count. Stuff going on. Disturbingly so, some would say.
I don't know. I don't know if we're at disturbing stages just yet. I think when you have a room. Oh wait, never mind.
Don't look behind you, Tom.
There's no memorabilia on my walls. That's right.
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about. Nothing here. Move on.
I don't take this hobby remotely seriously. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we were actually planning on having a game tonight, but it didn't quite pull off, did it, Dom, sadly?
No. And the thing is, I've also come up with a fun list.
Oh.
So I was gonna use the Chaos Cult detachment.
Oh yeah, because you were going to try some different rules,
Yeah.
weren't you? Yeah, I was going to do the same,
Yeah.
but I hadn't quite decided what I was going to do yet. I had a couple of options. One was centered around a kind of vehicle-esque kind of thing, and I had some dreadnought ideas, but yeah, I was doing it just as you said you couldn't make it, so I kind of just nipped it in the bud for a bit, and I'll go have another pop if we have a go next week maybe.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite fun as well if we're both trying different detachments out. Hopefully, we adapt those lists so they are apt for whatever detachment we're going with.
Yeah, and they work well in tandem for the next doubles tournament.
Exactly. It's surprising how many cultists you can get for 1,000 points, by the way.
I mean, actually, if I'm saying this, I don't think I would be surprised, quite frankly. And so, have any of you guys played any doubles matches? With one of your mates for a game. If not in a tournament, I'd highly recommend it. It's dispiriting and fun at the same time.
Yeah, I think generally, like we tend to get on quite well when it comes to doubles events, where I think sometimes you kind of have that, I don't know. I think we're quite honest with each other. I think sometimes if you were with someone else, you would probably be a bit more courteous. I think sometimes with another person, but we can be quite honest with each other when it comes to doubles events.
Yes,
where we're not trying to hold up some sort of like false kind of like image of ourselves.
No, which I think if you do that, it kind of takes away from the fun of it. Especially if you play too seriously,
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be accused of that, Tom.
No, I think probably the opposite. We're not. I think the competitive. We should do one where we play super competitive and just. But we need to go somewhere no one knows us.
Yeah.
somewhere where they're just expecting us.
Yeah, we go. Who are these complete strangers? That we've seen at every other event.
But funny thing was, obviously, we were talking about that team one the other day, the team event that we did.
Yep.
4-player one. And obviously, there was another one that came up, and I was quite surprised they've gone for like a solid 2 days now.
Yeah, 2 days.
I think that's too much.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a harder one to fill, a 2-day one.
Yeah.
Depending on the location as well. I think a 2-day one on a big scale somewhere like, Nottingham or something like that, you can probably kind of justify. Yeah, but I think depending on the location for it, it can be quite a hard one to fill because you got to try and have like a good reason. Like, all right, we'll go to, I don't know, Bexhill, let's say, or Hastings or Eastbourne, where you're like, right, okay, well, there's not a massive amount to do. Is it going to be a massive tournament?
Probably not.
Might not be that big.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it can be a hard one, really, unless you're local. And I mean, like local.
This is a local tournament for local.
Local. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting one, I think.
Yeah, I think is also the fact is that we're pretty much done by the third game normally. Depending on how well it's went, it can be halfway through the second game sometimes. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. I was thinking, I don't know if I could do that level of concentration over 2 days, especially if you had to travel. Because I think that was one of the things that put us off this last one. Is because I think the argument is it wasn't close enough to warrant renting somewhere for the night. But is too far away to think I'm just going to drive down, have a few games, and come back the following day because I think that would be a little bit too much.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It depends how many games you've got as well. Like thinking about doubles, not a team event or anything, a tournament. If you've got 5 games split over 2 days, one of those days is not going to be overly bad.
It's normally the
I don't
second
know
one
which
that
way I'd
starts
want
to
it.
catch up.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to have it. The second day have the shorter one.
I think I'd have the
Or the
second day on
first
the
one.
short one because you can
Yeah.
because hopefully you can finish early and then get back on the road to wherever you need to go. That's the way I'd look at it. Because I think it's always that thing in the back of your head thinking I've got to drive home in a minute.
Absolutely.
I think
And then if
actually,
you've got a 2-dayer, do you want
yeah.
to make it a 3-dayer where you've got like 2 days and then a day of recovery?
See, I wouldn't mind doing that. I think, well, we've done that before when we went up to Warhammer World for one of those things. We stayed an extra day because we wanted to sleep on the second night because driving back straight after finishing that is quite brutal. I know we've both done it
Yeah.
at times because I think I'm trying to think of the worst. I think the worst one was the Southport one we did quite a few years ago. I think that was the worst one where I had the flat tire on the way home as well at midnight.
Yeah, that's not the best moment, is it?
That was. I was actually quite surprised that place sold what we needed to get back on the road because it was like in the middle of a little village. We thought, oh, the lights are on. Do you have something that can repair tires? And he went, oh, I've got one of these cans. And I was like, yes, we shall try it.
That would do.
We shall try it. But it was the last thing you want to have happen after a 7-hour journey, just getting towards that end when you know home's not that far away. And it's like, oh, we're good. Sorry, your tire's gone, mate. I said, oh, thanks.
There's a lovely quote that's going on a T-shirt from Friendly Neighborhood Inquisitor.
Hopefully you can finish. Well, I mean, that could go on one of the shirts. I can get that on your one if you want, Dom. Do you wanna...
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Or I could go.
I think it'd be a bit
why
weird.
Did you finish early?
On that, good. Ba-bam.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
we put a couple of funny ones on our last set of shirts, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I quite like our last.
Hope you're recording all these, Inquisitor.
Yeah, because we'll need you to take over our merchandise shop and put these all on our shirts for us. So
yeah,
and then you're responsible for selling at least 50 a week.
Yeah,
constantly
definitely.
for the next 20 years.
No quitting.
Because it is mine and Dom's retirement plan. This the shirt sale you're going to do for us. So
yeah, exactly. No half measures.
Yeah, and also you're not getting paid for it. Just bear that in mind.
Yeah,
we like to make a good deal here, and it's very attractive.
Tom will pay.
Might pay for the materials.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, prepared to be more disappointed in me. I mean, that could work on a shirt as well. I'm not sure it's.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it would work in a 40k setting. I think it doesn't sound.
I'm not sure you saying it back counts as you quoting it.
No.
Say the line. Say the line. Read the auto cue.
That's that Simpsons episode. Say the line. Say the line.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll stick with the ones we've got. The less risque.
Play it safe.
Play it safe.
Safe.
That's what our next team name should be. Dom, play it safe.
Play it safe.
And then we'll come with the most wild arm. Maybe we should do that next time. We should pick all the underused units and go with them.
Yep.
And then it's like a massive curveball to all our people we're playing.
I mean, we have got a wide selection of rubbish units, so we could definitely utilise that quite well.
I'll just turn up with just Marines. Basic, bog standard tactical Marines. That's it.
Well, I reckon when I get these Legionnaires painted, I'll do exactly the same.
I wonder how many could you get for 1,000 points, actually?
You know, shall I battle?
That is a good question. I think this could be quite an amusing... Because, to be fair, as much as they're maybe touted as rubbish, I mean, that many of them... I know we do this every time, by the way.
I don't think
we do this every time.
Legionnaires are... that rubbish.
No, I think they'd be quite good.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they'd be quite good.
Well,
I think they'd be quite good. Your T-shirt company should be called That's What She Said. Every quote so far works for it. There we go. Yeah. The Plateau Studio, That's What She Said department. I don't know.
Oi, oi. Right, backline. Here we go.
He's going for it. He's going for it. It's our next tournament.
You can only have 6 squads, can't you, of battle line troops?
I don't think you're going to get 6.
Yeah, easily.
Well, 5
It
man.
depends how
Maybe.
many you have.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just repeat
like,
this.
Can you? I don't. Can you combat squad still? I can't remember.
No, you got to have big boy squads.
I mean, it might work. I don't know how our stopping power would work out, but I suppose you can take. Can you mix in like chain guns and stuff into your ones and things like that, or is that not a thing for you guys?
You can put lots of weapons in.
Yeah.
So how many points is that? 900 points, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 50 legionnaires. So I've got to put HQ in, really, haven't I? Put a couple of lords in. Oh, I could put 1 lord in.
That's what we need. Just 1 lord, 50 legionnaires. Okay, I've got to work. Anyway, I'll check what I can do. Here we go.
Well, the thing is, you can do that, and then you can make them Alpha Legion and give them all infiltrate, or give 3 squads of infiltrate. So straight away you can have 30 legionnaires, just like in your face.
So I'll go with Primaris for my one though, because that's kind of comparative to the legionnaires, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What can I do in a similar vein? For 1,000 points. I mean, I could just do Crusader squads. I mean, they're big anyway.
They are big. Well, where's the legs for this guy?
So we'll pick a cheap HQ. Maybe just a chaplain. Standard chaplain.
Good old chappers.
And then Primaris Crusader squad. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Yeah, I could do 6 Crusader squads. And
okay, that seems like a reasonable amount.
1. Oh, can I? How expensive are they? Oh, and a heavy intercessor squad.
There you go.
That's bang on 1,000 points as well. And so my guys will be. Let's see here. What do these come out with? I can't remember what I get in a. So that gets me 5 standard Marines in each squad.
Yep.
Plus 4 neophytes in each squad. So they'll be. Right, that's it, Dom. That's it. That's what we're doing.
Done.
And then heavy intercessors, I can whack in. What can I get in here?
Let's change the attachment.
See if I can get some war gear in here. Yeah, I can. I can get some heavy. Oh, they have heavy bolt rifles anyway. I think the only thing we struggle against is maybe heavy things.
Heavy things. That would be something.
Because the only upgrades I can get on my guys are. No, there is no upgrades. I can't even put it's I think it's basically flamers I can get in.
Yep.
And power fists. Flamers and power fists.
Get rid of some of these legionnaires and put a couple of squads of cultists in.
Oh dear. You're breaking from the program, Dom.
Okay, it's 30 cultists in. There we go. 30 cultists.
Yeah,
40 legionnaires.
Yes, I can get 60 marine-like models on.
That's
the
all you
board.
need.
Maybe we should. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? We should do this. This would be funny, I think.
It would be fun. It either goes really well or terribly wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the way we play anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't go for that middle ground. We go for the it's going to go really badly or it's going to go amazingly well. I mean,
so I suppose that with the battle size, it would be a strike force, wouldn't it? Because it wouldn't be incursion because it's the battle. It's still 2,000 points, not 1,000 points.
I would presume so. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the rules were on the last one, where you had to do 2 incursion armies, or not.
Oh, was that part of
It
the?
might have been in the battle pack. I'd have to check.
Otherwise, that'd
It's,
be 3 squads of legionnaires and 3 squads of cultists. I can give
oh,
infantry
I
training.
see, because they lower it for the battle size.
Mm.
But then saying that, I can do the same as well, because I can just do some assault intercessors or something like that.
I've got 40 points left. Oh, what would I spend 40 points on? Guys, 40 points. What can you get for 40 points in the Chaos Codex? Anything. Any cultists are 50 points. Oh,
Yeah, I was
got to
going
be
to say
something
that
for
the
40
40
points.
is not a good number. 50 is 50. I found 50 and 60 are good numbers for filling a void. But
40 points. Oh, I could get an enhancement, couldn't I?
and then we
Let's have a look.
so let's go with a different tactic here. Chaos Spawn. I don't think they're in the Codex, are they?
Oh, they're not very good now, Chaos Spawn. They were pretty good for ages. And then they suddenly kind of made them a bit rubbish.
So the real question is, how many legal dreadnoughts can I fit in a 1,000-point army?
Well,
I'm actually going to say not many, by the way.
there's not many dreadnoughts left, is there, in the Marine Codex compared to what they used to
You
be?
can have the Ballistus Dreadnought, the Redemptor Dreadnought, the Brutalis Dreadnought, and I think, did they have the normal ones in there? No, yeah, they got normal dreadnoughts. So like the little baby ones. So
that is very true, Inquisitor. I didn't say what was good. I mean, fundamentally, this tactic isn't a sound tactic.
I don't know. I feel like there's some mileage in here.
The weight of fire would be fun, though, Captain Jack. Like just depending how you load the legionnaires up. Like from my point of view, if you give them all like funky little bolters and stuff, it will make them all combat.
I was going to say, because I could equally with the Crusader squads. Yeah, you can take them with the auto bolt rifles as well. So they'd all have 2 shots each.
True.
And then obviously give the neophyte shotguns, because why not? I was just checking that actually, for Neighborhood Inquisitor, what was dreadnought wise. So they're actually quite expensive. I'll see if I can get one of each in. So we've got a Redemptor. I suppose the Invicta Tactical Warsuit counts as a dreadnought.
I reckon it does.
I mean, it looks like.
I'd quite like to see them actually, Tom. If you got one, I think that'd be quite cool.
I don't own any. But
no, I know you don't. Maybe you should get one.
Maybe I should. Just going through them now. Yeah, I've got 650 with with an Invictus Warsuit in there. Yeah. So I mean, do we add in? I mean, I feel like I'd have to add another Brutalis one in, because that's the way my brain. I can get 3 Brutalises in there, plus all the other ones at 970 points with no HQ. But to be fair, if I'm doing that, it would have to be a Tech Marine. It would have to be a Tech Marine. I feel like get rid of the range dreadnought, because why would I want that? You know, that's just.
How are you going to be a Black Templar with guns?
Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? So we'll take a Tech Marine at 55 points. Leaves me 808. Can I get one more dreadnought in here? I bet you I can get a standard dread in here, I think. No, it's going to be just over. Oh. Sad face. Or I could do just aggressors. Got to have something in the backfield. No. You see, that's where you're wrong.
I don't think you know how this game works.
No, protecting your backfield is it's not worth it.
You're getting confused, Inquisitor. You've got to put everything straight up in someone's face.
Yeah, in one big basket. One big basket.
Yeah, everything either works or doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't have any units that are in between.
You should know from turn 1 if this game's going to go well or not.
I mean, I don't know. It would be quite amusing to see people's faces if we turned up with 100 Marines between us.
It would be pretty cool, wouldn't
it? And they would go.
Yeah, like I said, that's 40 or 30 Legionnaires. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of Legionnaires. 3 squads.
Because obviously that's also two wounds and everything as well, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
And judging by the way a lot of people play, I think the ones we noticed, there wasn't really a lot of armies that had stuff to deal with lots of small things. Apart from that
Very true.
last one that we played, I think, with the Imperial Guard.
Why am I taking a Chaos Lord when I could take Cypher?
Oh
Like,
yeah, damn right.
never take a Chaos Lord. Always take Cypher. He's a lot more fun.
I think I would pick Cypher any day. That guy was amazing. He made
He's
Hellbrick look
just,
like a baby.
yeah, he's an amazing model.
Just the Overwatch. There's pistols. It's like people are like going, what? Yep.
Yeah, no, just fun. Just keep shooting
You
things.
Then I started blasting.
Yeah.
He is that character in 40k. So I just started blasting.
He's just like that guy that I just, there's so much cool stuff going on with him. It's amazing. Yeah, so I think we should give it a go.
Okay.
I think we should invite someone over, Tom, and we just go, look,
we want to
you've
try
got to play
something.
both of us. Yeah.
It's a bit silly, but get on
It
board.
might work, it might not work. Yeah. Either get on board or go home. And then they just turn around and go home. You know, that backfired very quickly.
Friendly neighbours says, I still remember reading Lion, Son of the Forest, where there was a split second I thought Cypher was going to get redeemed. But yeah, is he truly Chaos Cypher?
I don't know. I think that's part of it. It's that mystery if he is pure chaos or not pure chaos.
Because I think it's a shame he wasn't in the Dark Angels Codex. Just to add that little bit of craziness.
Like, he should appear in both.
Yeah.
It should be that unique data sheet that could be both chaos and Imperium. I'm pretty sure he has been in previous editions, had the chaos and the Imperium keyword.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm not 99% sure he is.
You think he might have it already?
Oh, what is he? I'll have a look in a minute.
Yeah, I think it's such a cool kind of character idea. They sort of he pulled up a village that had fallen. That he was all in black armor, wielding dual pistols. I was freaking out. Turned out to be a different dude.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a scene in one of the books or in some of the lore where he turns up and he's just kind of twizzling his pistols in front of Abaddon, and Abaddon's Terminator's like, oh, what do we do with this guy?
He's a bit.
What? Am I?
He's a bit maverick. Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, because I think it's a cool idea for a character anyway. But it would be cool to have him sort of blurring the line a bit more in an Imperium Codex as well. Because obviously I assume he has a lore section in the Chaos book.
Yeah, there's not much about him. Obviously there is actually a book called Cypher from his perspective, which I've been quite tempted to get. But from what I can hear about the review, is it's kind of from his perspective the entire way, and I think he's gone a bit nuts. So you can't really tell if he's.
You can't tell if
he's a bit of an Alfarius character. If he's telling the truth, is he Imperium or is he Chaos? Maybe he doesn't even know.
Maybe he's just like, I just fight for who I feel like at the time. He flips a coin at the start of the battle and goes, right, I'm helping you guys today. Where do you need?
Yeah, maybe he's the Two-Face of 40k.
Yeah. every battle he's just at the start, standing between and going, right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fight for one of you guys today, but it's all on this coin.
Yeah.
And bear in mind when it lands,
gonna go?
It's instantaneously your decision, so you better get ready to run or join me.
Yeah. Yeah. Follow or flee. That's your two options.
Yeah, because you can't think of many other characters like that other than the Alpha Legion, really, I suppose.
Yeah, where their allegiance isn't necessarily like, we joke about Dark Angels, but essentially, they are Imperium.
Yeah.
Through and through.
I mean, ultimately, Dark Angels was another civil war within a civil war. Let's put it that way. Yeah,
civil war.
The Fallen are no longer Dark Angels. That's basically, I think, the best way of looking at it, isn't it? They just think they are.
Yeah, I think they're clever. Good. This one. I'm trying to make these chosen a bit different from the other ones.
Oh yeah. Any particular thing you're doing, or just as in modelling or painting wise?
We'll be modelling at this point. I mean, the kit itself, from what I can tell, is you make up all the bodies and the legs, and it's a bit of an old school situation where you just attach the arms.
Oh, okay.
But even the arms are kind of, very similar poses. I've got to work out what I'm doing.
The chosen, yeah.
The chosen, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like
So you
the
can have
kit. I think it looked quite cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. You can have 2 plasma pistols, 2 combi bolters. Someone's got a power fist. Everyone's got accursed weapons. Someone's got lightning claws. It's all odd sorts of weapons going on there.
Oh, I mean, they are chosen. I suppose they're allowed to take what they want from the armory.
Yeah, they just go in and go, oh, yep, thank you very much. I'll have some of that.
Oh, no, I don't think that. I think that flame is mine.
Yeah. Ooh. I can see why you got mistaken. Thank you. Right, war gear options.
Friendly was saying another thing I liked in the Lion book was basically 90% of the Fawn had no idea what was going on. They thought Johnson betrayed them. Well, there we go.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of them are just kind of like, oh well, I was just following orders. I didn't even see, or they didn't even see who they're fighting. I think some of them. So it's quite an interesting one.
I think their main thing was Night Lords, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got the campaign against Night Lords and old Kurz and in Imperium Secundus as well. Yeah, I mean Night Lords kind of all over the place, really.
I think they just didn't know what
they were. No, I think they all went a different ways. Like you look at Word Bearers in the Horus Heresy, and their main battle was against Ultramarines. But with Night Lords, it was Dark Angels, Imperial Fists, bit with the Ultramarines.
Yeah, I think.
Have you seen any out? I think that was the main one.
Yeah, but even Kurz at the end was pretty much like, just kill me. I'm an arsehole. Yeah, I've seen my death.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done this. I actually very sorry.
But obviously, the Imperium doesn't do forgiveness unless you're
Well, with a bolt gun.
Yeah, it's a different style of forgiveness, isn't it? It's more kind of like,
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
I hope the second life for you has forgiveness in it. Oh no, it's just the warp.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Which is generally quite terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, when you find
that's what I think. with Imperial citizens are kind of like, well, your soul, good luck, the Emperor will guide you, blah 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 blah. You'll join the Emperor, and then the thing is, Chaos Space Marines know that what happens when you die, like where your soul goes.
So they've lived there for a bit.
And so and they're like, and so you can kind of understand somewhere, like with Word Bearers or Alpha Legion, they're like, we'll just send the cultists in first, and when it starts going a bit downhill, we'll just go.
If they can't turn the tide, we won't help.
Yeah, exactly. If it all starts going a bit south, we'll just go.
That's Lorgar in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah. Why would you get yourself in trouble? The cultists are more than happy to die for you.
Although the more interesting one I always thought was the Iron Warriors. So.
Yep.
Yeah, they legged it, didn't they, pretty early?
Yeah, they were like, well.
Perturabo was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, if it's not on my terms, I'm out of here.
Not interested. And it's like, that was a very bizarre bit, actually. That one, I always thought them leaving was very. I think if they had stayed, I think that would have altered the entire outcome of that war.
Absolutely. Yeah, it would have changed. Because the thing is with Portorabo and like Abaddon, they had very similar interests in the way they wanted the war to be conducted, and so you kind of think, well, if the Iron Warriors were there for a bit longer, they could have done something quite significant.
Well, when Abaddon started having those questioning things, he probably would have gone to him and gone, hang on a minute, mate. No, I think we were on the same page here.
Yeah, calm down, son.
And then Portorabo would have probably crushed his head.
Yeah. Let me just give you a head massage.
But then, yeah, you can say that about the other legions that got wiped out on Istavan. So
Yeah, they didn't have a very good head massage.
no, they got massaged from multiple different directions by people they thought were their friends.
Being massaged all over the place.
Yeah, massaged at high intensity from behind.
Yeah.
I think we're going into dark territory again. That's not a
Yeah.
shirt quote.
Isn't it? Isn't it, Thomas?
Anything's a shirt quote if you try hard enough.
Where is that combi bolter?
Death is nothing compared to vindication. One of the best lines. Yeah, well, there we go. But
Where
yeah,
is that combi
they'll
bolter?
probably have a nice book. They'll probably do a book on the Fallen again soon, I reckon. That'll spice things up for the Dark Angels a bit more.
Yeah. Everyone. Aha! There's another combi bolter. Oh, God, why?
Actually, I must admit, I really enjoyed the Dark Angel bit in the obviously in the mountain. Yeah.
Oh, the big lighthouse
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. That was actually
Pharaohs?
that was oh, Christ almighty.
Pharaohs speaking?
I mean, yeah, the what's Astronomicon, wasn't it, I think? Was that the one? That was the light.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, in the sorry, the Siege of Terror. I was thinking, sorry, the Pharaohs beacon.
Oh, okay.
With the Night Lords and Imperial Fists.
Ah.
But yes, yeah, that's very cool as well.
Because obviously Cypher was there as well.
Cypher's everywhere. He's all over the shop.
But I loved it because obviously they had people that were in the other faction in that fight as well, and it was very confusing for them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, the Caliban kind of liberation party.
They're probably we probably should help fight, but I don't really want to. But we need to, others we're going to die.
Yeah, we haven't got much of a choice here. We got to do something.
I must admit that whole landing sequence of them coming in from orbit was quite cool as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it? It's very knightly.
Yeah.
We had Corswain coming in.
Corswain, I can't remember the name of the guy.
Yeah.
That was it, Corswain. It's like, yeah.
And he's just like knocking him down the mountain. Like, ah!
Because that's the other one. Obviously, the old with Khan. With the Khan versus Mortarion, that was a very cool.
Yeah, that was a very nice
mental. Yeah, it was like every time you thought the Great Khan was going to cark it, it was like, nope, I found it.
Still going. Still going. You can't stop me. Right, the Chosen. Can you give him heavy melee weapons?
You must be able to have some heavy weapons. That would be very surprising.
Yeah, plasma pistol, combi metal.
How many Chosen can you fit in an army, though, Dom? That's really the question.
That's a very good question, Tom. Not as many, surprisingly.
Pure elite, although I don't really have as many good. I don't know. I'm trying to think what the comparable Chosen unit would be for Marines, because they kind of Chosen, I think, can do both jobs. They can be shooty or combat-y, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can give them combi bolters, combi weapons. So you've got devastating wounds and anti-infantry. Yeah. Plasma pistol. You can tool them up very nicely.
Yeah. Whereas obviously with Marines, you tend to have to sort of go, well, I'm picking this squad and they fight in this manner, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
and
fine. But
Chosen, their special rule is they can charge or shoot once they fall back.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's quite cool.
Yeah, so they've got some cool stuff there.
That kind of fall back, shoot, and then charge?
Exactly. Yeah, they can go in again. You don't want to get stuck in combat. You can actually just like go, in we go again. So, yeah, they've got some cool stuff.
Oh, it might be worth a gander, Dom.
Indeed, it may be worth a little cheeky gander. Right,
well, I've decided if I do play my Terminator list as well, I'm going to make sure I've got all my teleport homers for the squads I'm taking. because
Good.
they're really good at. You can put them all across the back line, and then you can just pick to go, pop, and they get back in the back whether you are in the deployment zone, for free, which I thought would be quite a cool feature to have. If you had 5 Terminator squads or something like that with beacons in the back line, you can just call them all back, and they go, aha, I've alpha striked you at the back. Aha, I've come back to save them.
Yeah. Oh, here I am.
Just trying to think of other zany lists now. Let's have a look here.
We're getting all Terminators or all troops.
Well, I did do the Terminator list I had was 10 assault Terminators, and then 3 squads of 5 normal Terminators.
Nice.
And then a Terminator.
Oh yeah,
captain.
was that 2,000 points
That's 1,000.
Nice.
That's 1,000 points there. So
yeah, nice selection. The thing is with Chaos, you've only got one Terminator choice.
Well, 36 if you
I'd
can
have
captain.
Yeah, you got Captain, Chaplain, can Librarian and Terminator arm? Is that? Oh no, Black Templars.
Look,
can you have an? Is there any other options for Terminator characters for Black Templars?
Yes, not actual named ones, but you have. You can do Terminator chaplains, obviously.
Yep.
Terminator captains, and I think there was one more in there. No, maybe that is it. Actually, it. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, no, that's all there is actually. Yeah. Sadly, you can get an ancient in Terminator armor.
What does an ancient do? Have a banner?
It's a banner. So the banner does. Here we are. You get add 1 to the objective control character for the models in that unit.
Oh, that's pretty good. Especially if all you have is a Terminator army.
And while this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add +1 to the hit roll if that unit is below starting strength. And add +1 to the wound roll as well if that unit is below half strength.
In melee?
No, it just says 1 to strength. I think it must be just the melee, yeah. It's just the unit, so you can't give. Well, I don't know, because the strengths have got their own weapon, haven't they? Oh, it just says +1 to the starting wound roll. Pardon me.
It's an over the. You just +1 to the wound.
Yeah, 1 +1 to the wound. So 1 wound, 1 attack. Strength. Strength. Sorry. 1 hit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, they do have 5 wounds as well. The Terminator Ancients.
That's pretty good. Well, it's a standard character Terminator, isn't it?
Yeah. 75 points. And considering the captain is 95 points, I mean that kind of, I don't know, that seems better actually. If you're trying to go for enhancement on your squads, because the Terminator, he does. I don't think he's got anything. So he's got the thing where you can obviously do 0 CP.
Yep.
But to be fair, he does give re-roll charge rolls for the unit. So I thought if he was leading the Terminator Assault Squad, at least if you drop down, you got that chance of re-rolling your charge, because obviously that's nothing more frustrating than dropping 10 Assault Terminators where you want them and then they don't get their charge.
Question is, Tom, which of us will be on the battlefield to start with?
Oh, neither of us.
No, you got to have models on the board.
No, you don't.
You don't need stuff.
To be fair, I would say my.
Oh yeah. Oh, now you want stuff in the back line.
I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah, it's true.
No, they wouldn't start on the back line, though. They would come back to the back line to defend it, because it's where the fight is. Now, I would probably say my Terminators, because yours have got some very cool dev wound things on your ones, which would be more useful, I think, as a initial strike option. I think I'd put 5.
Yep.
I think I'd put my 3 5-man Terminators on the board, and have them hold the back line, and then have my 10-man Terminator Assault Squad do the drop wherever it was needed at that particular turn, and then you can pick and choose how you want to do all your other ones.
Fair enough.
Because you've got Dark Pact, I think yours have got more utility personally.
Yeah. Well, you can have cyclone missiles and stuff on yours, can't you?
Correct. Yes. I would have 2 squads. 3 squads. 2 with the cyclones and 1 with an assault cannon.
So we could have the thing with the sorcerer again, where the sorcerer increases the AP.
Give that assault cannon 6 shots of AP -1. There you go. Yeah.
Missiles and yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Because of course you put that on a unit, not it have to be in range. Is that right? Isn't it?
Yeah, put it on an enemy unit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea of doing a very strongly themed army in a particular way. I also say,
yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
So I came to a realization a bit ago. Speaking of Terminators, we're almost certainly not getting Assault Terminators until 11th edition. I would suspect probably not either because they will do it on another release.
What the new Imperial ones?
Didn't the kid win a game once against someone who had their army in Deep Strike? Basically, yes, that is correct, Jack. It wasn't Deep Strike though. They had decided to bring them all on from reserve, and he was playing, I think, Tau. This is back when White Scars could basically go completely in reserve and come on. And I think he put all his Kroot warriors on the edge of the board so that they couldn't deploy.
Yeah.
And there's that famous picture of the guy who's obviously called over the judge, and the judge is just looking through the rule book frantically, clearly trying to find an angle to let him play. And it's like, no, there isn't an angle.
Sorry.
You screwed up.
Yeah. Trying to be too cheesy and it backfired on you.
See, I don't see that's funny because obviously rules lawyering. I know we're not huge fans of it sometimes, but there are certain things when you kind of go, hang on a minute, mate. Look, you've. I think there's always that little smile you have when someone is trying to do something very competitively sneaky, but doesn't quite go to plan because you managed to stop it, and then they get very upset about it because it's normally their one trick for the army. I mean
that one moment that they've been planning for.
Yeah, I think was it that game you had in Southport with your tanks, Dom? And there was that guy you played against who was trying to. You had 3 tanks rolling through the city, and he just kept trying to use his men to win the game, but couldn't because you just kept blasting him in the ruins. That was.
Oh, he kept trying to hide his Blood Angels.
Yeah, that was when Blood Angels had all those nasty little tricks. I know, but he beat me, so I didn't feel bad about it.
Well, the thing is, like, his initial attack on my tanks failed dramatically. Like, it was 3 super heavies, a couple of support vehicles, and some troops, and it just failed. It was it was awkward because it was like his Sanguine Guard were in there. He did it, and it was like, oh no, it was defensive gunners as well.
Yes, that's
because he kept trying to charge, and I kept using defensive gunners. They kept obliterating everyone. And I was like, after a while, I was like, sure you want to do this? Like,
holding your
hasn't worked.
Just holding your dice. You sure?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah, shouldn't be doing this. And then he started to hide his Blood Angels, and this is the only time in a game where I've got my super heavy, my Baneblade or Shadow Sword. I think it was a Baneblade. Onto the enemy objective. So I've literally driven across the battlefield and I've just landed on the. But every time I drove past the building, there'd be a squad of Marines hiding in it, and I'd be like, turn the turret, bam! Look at everyone dead.
I'll tell you one thing we do need to do, Dom. Actually, we need to get the new rules, don't we, for the match play?
Yes.
Because before we play, I thought before we play, I might order them tonight actually, because if we're going to play a game, we probably should actually use the new rule set because we're going to have to learn to play it at some point. I haven't actually. I don't know if you guys have played any of the new. What battle zone is it now? Because obviously it was Leviathan previously. What's the new one called?
Nexus, is it? Is it Nexus?
I think Nexus rings a bell. Let's go on the old website and have a.
I did have a game the other day, Tom.
Oh, did you play the new one?
No, we just played the old one.
Oh, fair enough.
We're both like, let's just play a
game. You played Matt's Tau.
Played Matt and his Tau, so he brought his Tau around for a game. But he's been collecting his Tau, bless him, for a while, and he hasn't played them yet. They're all beautifully painted. And we had a game. So we lowered the points a little bit. So, it's the first game with a particular army. You don't want to be like going on for too long. Because it's usually you. And play my World Eaters. And yeah, it was I think particularly unpleasant for Matt because the World Eaters got across the board very quickly. Like Matt, like I took Defilers. I didn't have Angron or the Lord of the Skulls. I took 2 Defilers. I was like, I haven't used them yet. I like the idea of the Brazen Beasts. They love Defilers, so I was like, I'll give them a go. And to be fair to Matt, he killed them both in the first round of shooting. For Defilers. But the problem is, he then left the War Dogs and the Rhino and the 8-bound, so they all just charged in, and there was not enough breathing space for him because their World Eaters just keep chewing through everything he had in. Like at one point, there was one Berserker fighting against 10 Fire Warriors, and I'm pretty sure he killed them all because it was just like he just can't do anything against them.
Well, it's not. Oh, they're out of stock.
How are they?
Let's see. Let's check Games Workshop out. It's their usual cheap price of £20.
Got some nice cards.
Let's see here. Yeah, Pariah Nexus was what Frino put in there. That's what it's called. The other thing I was quite tempted by the Crusade, but I realised we're just never going to play it.
Yeah.
And I think that's mainly down to the fact that they still haven't corrected that easy way of tracking your Crusade army. I think if they put the Crusade stuff inside the 40k app, I think I'd be much more. I think I'd entertain it a bit more because it would be quite nice to track all of your units, your armies. Set up in that.
Absolutely.
But I know that it's not quite as easy as just saying that because it's quite a lot of work for that kind of app because they've got to track everything. And I just think I think they're missing a trick by not having a campaign app. I think that would be for Crusade or a Crusade app. I think that would like a separate app entirely. I think that'd be a very cool idea.
Yeah, it'd be quite nice actually, couldn't it? Because you've all got logins that you could almost have one and you invite people because most people have got their phones on some form of like roaming data or Wi-Fi, and you just log in, and then you could all be a part of it and have a ladder that people can all share and look at the same time.
Yeah, I think we've looked at obviously like the old Battle Hive map they had, with the hexagons, something like that in an app would be a very cool addition to the apps that they have. Because actually, I will say now that actually I think the 40k app for the Battleforge and things like that, I think they've actually hit the nail on the head at last after years and years of messing around. Because I've even noticed even when the last set of FAQs came out, the update on the app was fairly quick as well, which was nice. You were seeing it almost the same day. You just had to make sure you update the actual app. Whereas previously you'd have to wait, for several weeks before they updated it. So I think I think they've got I think they've hit the sweet spot on the app now. And I do actually feel that when you get Warhammer the monthly sub, I think actually the app alone warrants that £4 a month set, just about.
Yes, absolutely.
With the add-on of having the options for the TV stuff, although I will say that I think if you bought the subscription just for the TV stuff, I think I would feel you're probably probably underwhelmed by what you've received.
Yeah, but I think you're right there about the app in general worth the money because the app is really good.
Yeah, I think it just
which is weird. Coming, how long have Games Workshop kind of tried these things and they've never really paid off?
No, not at all. I think
now they've got it.
I think it's been fairly shocking, actually. To be fair, we should be learning about the next one. But do you know what? Funny enough, because I was just sitting there thinking I need to confirm my model because I don't think I've ordered it yet. Because I've probably got one stocked up. Because it's probably been another year since I've actually got the model. I don't know. Did you pick your model in the end, Dom?
Yeah. I got the Guardsman.
Yeah, yes. I don't think I've actually collected my last model yet. You see, so I'll probably need to do that quick. I'm just going to do it now actually before I forget. Yeah, because I think you just sign in and collect it from their site, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what the choices were.
It's a guardsman, I think, or a
Oh yes,
vampire
yeah, or Carlina von
von
Carstein.
Carstein.
Yes, I've just seen
Yeah,
it now.
yeah. Who knows what the next one's going to be?
Well, quite. I mean, I hope they do a Chaos one.
Well, we've had a Terminator so far, haven't we? Terminator was good. I'd quite like a Xeno one.
I suppose the Xeno one will be quite. At least it'll be different. But obviously, wasn't there some rumours about some new guard models coming out as well soon?
Yes, all Blood Angels as well.
Yeah. Maybe some new cast.
It depends what you want from the model, though, doesn't it? Really, is it going to be a model that you're going to like? We painted up the assassin. I know you've used the assassin before.
Yes.
But I quite like. It's just nice to paint something a bit different.
Yeah, that is true. Because I think, to be fair, I mean, maybe we should paint the next ones again. So I'm just having a look. Yeah, I think I got. Yeah, I can get this model now already.
Mm.
I'll get that locked in, and then I got that on order at least. I was saying, Dom, it looks like it's quite a light amount of people watching us tonight.
Yeah, maybe the weather is too nice.
Yeah.
But Blake King. I'm not sure which one that is, to be honest.
What's that? The Flayed King.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look. Oh,
Is that the massive model?
that's a Necron.
Ah,
He does look quite cool in the little art I just found on him, actually, to be fair.
the Blade King. Oh, the Flare Virus. Yeah. Yeah, have they had a decent Necron character yet? I don't know. It's a hard one. Like, what's the reason for the model? Like, a lot of the time, it's just like the Cadian, the Kaskin guy. It's like, well, it's just a sergeant.
Yeah, it's
So
nothing
it's
special,
quite
is it? Yeah.
yeah. But then it's a beautiful sculpt. So you go, oh well, that's quite nice.
But then
Because a lot of them are just for the artwork anyway.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's obviously from a usability point of view, he's a unit that no longer technically exists, is he? The Carskin still exist in the Codex?
Yeah, they still exist.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they
still
still
exist. I haven't seen the Guard Codex for quite a while.
I think he meets the aesthetics of the new guys. But yeah, a lot of it tends to be from like Black Library artwork, doesn't it? And they're kind of go, like, this is the guy, we're done. Boop. Or White Dwarf artwork or whatever. Like, the World Eater Terminator is from that classic artwork. This Stormtrooper is as well.
It's a very nice looking model, that World Eater one. That was a very cool.
I still haven't. I've not touched him. I'm like, oh, what will I do with him? Like at the moment, World Eaters can't have Terminator Lords, so I'm like, well,
that's
a weird one. Do I turn him into a
silly.
word bearer? It is silly.
And the problem is they've had their codex, so it's going to be a while, isn't it?
It is. I don't think I'm going to have another guy Lightning Claws in my next squad, Tom.
You're not going to?
No. I think
Power Fist?
I've got to go with Power Fist. Power Fist and Plasma Pistol and him. Let's just have a look at these.
The funny thing is, I actually really like the Chaos Lightning Claws. Because obviously they're a bit more. I think they're a bit more pointed. Whereas the
bit more savage.
Yeah. Whereas obviously the Imperial ones tend to be a bit more Wolverine-ish. A little bit more kind of angular. Whereas
that's true.
The Chaos ones have that kind of pointed. They just look.
They look
like something you don't want to play with.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, mate, I think coming up to an hour there, and I'm I am feeling a bit warm, if I'm really honest. So I think maybe we'll
Feeling a bit warm.
wrap this up. I think.
Wrap it up.
Um,
Wrap it up, son. Yes, that sounds like a good idea,
Yeah.
Thomas.
So for those of you who are still here, bearing with us, I hope you've enjoyed the stream as usual, and we'll look forward to catching you hopefully next week, where we may do a game if it works out. So hopefully you guys can tune into that.
Yes.
But as ever,
What detachment do you think you're taking, Tom?
hang on a minute, let me look it up before we say
Before
goodbye.
we end?
It was, so I'm still going to get the names of all these bloody things. It was Space Marines. Where are we in there? Was it this one? It was either going to be the Iron Storm Spearhead, or I was going to try the First Company Task Force.
Ooh.
The First Company Task Force lets you basically, the Oath of Moment lets you do wound as well as shooting. So it's like the old school one, but yeah, essentially. And then the Iron Storm Spearhead is the one where I think you saw it the other time when we played that game against the Blood Angel guy. You can re-roll one hit run, wound, and a damage roll.
Oh, nice.
Per model.
Yeah.
So I thought that'd be quite cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but I don't. It just depends on what type of army I go with. If I go with a more vehicular-based one, I'll go with that Ironstorm one. If I go with a standard army, I'll probably do the First Company Task Force one. But I'm gonna have a look for the other ones as well. But I think those are the two I was pondering about playing with, because obviously I lose all my Templar stratagems.
All the good stuff.
Which is a shame. Which is difficult for
me. Yeah, don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay.
But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tom. And this guy over here has been
Dom.
Dom, that's the one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.